Hello everyone, I'm Chantal.
I'm Cody.
And this is Unit 4, Opioid Epidemic. So, as the title tells us, we are going to be looking at a bit of it's not a bit of a problem, it's quite a big issue, specifically in America at the moment. And it's becoming a little more severe, I think. But yes, we're going to look at a neighborhood for starters. If you ever watched the movie Rocky, you would know Philadelphia's Kensington neighborhood. And this is where the movie kind of took place. We saw Rocky living there, training, falling in love. It was a good place as the backdrop of the movie. And this was around in the 1970s. So back then, the neighborhood was tough, but compared to now, it looks like a scene from a zombie movie, basically. And these zombies that people would talk about are unfortunately people who are addicted to opioids and harder drugs too.
Opioid.
Opioid. Now, this is not a new problem. Opium, morphine, etc. has been available through the ages. Many people would smoke opium in China up until, 1949. And in America, the soldiers after the Civil War, they were also addicted to morphine. And after the Vietnam War in the 1970s, I think about 20% of the veterans returned back addicted to either opium or heroin or some type of drugs. So this is not a new thing, but what people are saying has really triggered it and caused a bigger problem right now is America's healthcare issues. A lot of Americans have chronic pain and they go and see the doctor, but unfortunately, because of the insurance, they don't have the money for surgery or for, more extensive treatment.
Chronic.
Chronic. What happens is the doctor prescribes something legally, nice strong painkiller, but unfortunately people get addicted and this just leads to this vicious cycle. All right. But we'll continue on with that a little later. So I have a question for you though, related of course to drugs and etc. Have you ever seen a drug user?
I have. It was a very sad situation, specifically the drug user. In my mind, I'm thinking somebody who is like addicted to methamphetamine or crack cocaine. Oh, it just destroys your body. Really it changes your whole physique.
Yeah.
Your face looks sunken and dark. Your skin color starts to change. Your eye color changes. Your nails bad.
Your
teeth
and
rot. It's very sad. Now, as in for opioid users, you don't know.
Yeah.
You really do not know because it affects them much differently. There's no physiological effects.
Yeah.
You don't know if you see one or not.
Right.
How about for you?
Obviously in South Africa, unfortunately, we have homeless people too, and a lot of them are drug users.
Yeah.
So I have seen them out and about in the poorer areas also. Similar to the neighborhood in Philadelphia, a lot of them will be, either walking around on the street or sleeping on the sidewalk. I have, but I don't know anyone specifically.
Right.
But in some neighborhoods, you would come across them.
Yeah. There's like a lot of images in American cities for the homeless where like for methamphetamine, it's the worst because these people will fall asleep standing or slumped over, and it's a sad image.
Yeah.
So, but some of these areas people think are very scary and they want to avoid them at night especially.
Yeah.
But what about in your city? Is there like a scariest neighborhood you can think of?
Yes, we definitely have some scary neighborhoods, and same as this neighborhood in America, it also lures predators, for various reasons, and thieves, and that makes it scarier and more dangerous.
Right. Predator.
Predator. And you?
Well, definitely every city has a scary neighborhood.
Yeah.
Now, no one's gonna know my city, San Antonio, Texas, or the scary area. I live very close to one of the the highest like gun incidents in the entire city or gang crime. You know, I was like 2 blocks from that zone.
Wow.
And so I wouldn't hear fireworks every few nights. It was gunshots.
Something else.
It was gunshots. Now my family is very thankful or happy that our house was made of brick just in case if you know an errant bullet was flying, but thankfully our house was never hit.
Yeah.
It's just some neighborhoods in the US are that way.
Right? Same in South Africa.
Right.
Now for the language focus, first up is can do without. For example, I can really do without that Starbucks coffee every single day.
And for mine, have to do with, for my example, my argument with my brother had to do with politics, of course.
Okay, that wraps it up for our preview section, but please join us again for the review.